Hello, everybody. It's the film Optimist, and today I'm talking about law-abiding citizen. Law-abiding citizen, my ass. That's fucking gold. Happy Thanksgiving! I wrote this November 22nd, 2012. And I'm here to tell you about this movie that I'm most thankful for. If any of you haven't seen this and don't want me to spoil the movie for you, then fuck you. It's 2012 and I'll do what I damn well please. Anyway, from the trailer, you knew this guy was above the law. He's King Leonidas for crying out Sparta. Yeah, and Jamie Foxx is all up in this bitch too. You know? Wanna be Will Smith? Yeah, I went there. Holy shit. He's so much more now than wanna be Will Smith. He's coming to his own. But anyways, this movie is a doozy. Okay, so Fox's character is obviously cheating on his wife, and that's just the proverbial tip of the iceberg. The greatest thing about Butler's character is that his killings are elaborate and have a big payoff, much like the entire film. It's engaging, it's empowering, it's invigorating. I just love this movie. It's pretty damn good. Great, actually. Well played, Hollywood. Well played. Many thanks go to Daisy Garcia for the request. Let me actually talk about what the movie's about. I just kind of glossed over the fact of what the fucking movie's about. It takes place in Philadelphia. Fun little thing. So it's Nick Rice. Jamie Foxx is the main character. Gerard Butler is kind of the antagonist. Clyde Alexander Shelton. So, in a Philadelphia home invasion, Clarence Darby murders the wife and daughter of engineer Clyde Shelton, Gerard Butler, who is forced to watch. He watches the entire thing. Murders the wife and daughter. Murders them. And he's forced to watch. You feel really bad for this guy. Originally, Clyde Shelton was played by Jamie Foxx, and Gerard Butler was the lawyer, the attorney Nick Rice. But I forgot who came up with the idea to change them, because it might have been Jamie Foxx. Who was it? Who said this? But who came up with the idea? It was either Jamie Foxx or Gerard Butler. It might have been Gerard Butler that was like, "Hey, how about we change up the roles?" And then he was like, "Yeah, that sounds good, man. Yeah." And then they changed up the roles because it's so stereotypical for the black guy to be the prisoner slash avenger of the, like, he's the Clyde Shelton is the criminal in this situation. So how so? How, you may ask? Obviously, he's gonna get revenge. He's a law-abiding citizen. So prosecuting attorney Nick Rice is unable to securely convict Darby due to mishandled evidence. Unwilling to risk lowering his high conviction rate, he makes a deal with Darby. In exchange for testifying against his accomplice, Rupert Ames, who only intended to steal from Clyde and flee, Darby will plead guilty to third-degree murder and receive a lighter sentence. Ames is convicted and sentenced to death, while Darby is released after a few years. Clyde feels betrayed by Nick and the justice system. 10 years later, Ames is executed via lethal injection, but he dies in agonizing pain due to a chemical alteration. Evidence implicates Darby, who is alerted by an anonymous caller. The caller, using the electronically distorted voice and knowledge of cocaine and a possibly underage woman in his apartment, warns Darby that he's looking at life in prison. Darby hijacks a police car, forcing a lone officer to drive to a deserted warehouse. The officer reveals that he is Clyde and was also the caller. His gun paralyzes Darby with tetrodotoxin-coated spikes. Clyde straps Darby to a table, makes medical preparations to prolong Darby's suffering, and then video records himself slowly dismembering Darby before eventually decapitating him. When Darby's remains are found, evidence ties his death to Clyde. Clyde willingly surrenders and goes to prison. It's cool because they catch him, and he's like, "Yes, I did all these things, and I'm very sorry." It's cool because some of his accent slips through, so he has like that "This is Sparta." He has like that, "Oh, I'm sorry what I did," but he like is trying to do an American. He's doing a pretty good American accent, but it kind of slips through. He does that little fun thing. So he's like, I'm so sorry for everything that I've done. I want to atone for my sins." And he's just talking, and then the judge is like, "Okay," and like, I believe you, so I'll give you a lighter sentencing. And he's like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, I tortured this man. I decapitated him. I don't care if he was a criminal and he deserved what he got. But this is exactly why the justice system is flawed. And then they're like, never mind, prison. And then in prison, like he starts like, you want a confession? Like I'll give you whatever stuff. Like I'll give you whatever you want. And he starts fucking with everybody. And it's like, okay, so Jamie Foxx is the lawyer. He fucked up. You, for the entire film, even though you're following Nick mostly, Jamie Foxx's character, whenever you see Gerard Butler's character come up, you're like, fuck, I love him. Everything that he's doing. Even though he's murdering people, like he murders innocent people in this movie too. And it's like, oh my god, no. But some of the people that the innocent people are only innocent on a technicality. Like Nick, the lawyer, is guilty of helping a criminal because of mishandled evidence. Blah 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 blah. Like it doesn't fucking matter, bro. You fucked up. So you never feel good for Jamie Foxx. You never are like, oh man, I want Jamie to win. I want his character to win. And it has nothing to do with the fact of race. It's just like this dude's a fucking horrible lawyer. He's a terrible lawyer. And I said it in my review. I'm glad that I pointed that out. It's like he's obviously cheating on his wife. He is very distant from his wife. I felt like that was going to be a key plot point. Like it was going to show up and it's like, oh, he's cheating on his wife with this girl. Fuck, who is it? 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 There's somebody. There's somebody. There's somebody. Is it Jonas? Is it? It's not Jonas. Sarah? Is it Sarah? I think it might be Sarah. Mm-hmm. After Clyde's deadline passes, a number of Nick's assistants die from car bombs. Mm-hmm. And Nick beats the shit out of Clyde at one point. He's like, "Yeah, you can beat me all you want, but there's so many great moments in this film. There's a moment where he's like, I want a steak. I want a porterhouse steak. I want this. I want this. I want from this place. I want it medium rare. I want it just like this." And he has a cellmate that's way bigger than him, way more buff. This is weird because Gerard Butler is muscular but not swole. He's not like this guy sitting next to him is a fucking beast. And he asked him like, "Do you want some of this?" And like his cellmate, he's like, "You can have some if you want." And his cellmate's kind of jealous because he gets his own mattress, like a brand new mattress. He's like, you can reap the benefits too. Come on over here, come on. And he comes over and he's like, okay, and he eats with him. He's like, that's good, right? Yeah. And then he has the little bone, it's like a sharpened to a point, and it's got the little hole in it. And he puts his finger in it. And he's like, yeah. And he stabs him in the fucking neck with the fucking thing. Stabs his cellmate in the neck, kills him. And then he gets to put in a solitary confinement, and that's the way he gets out of prison. Is like through a hole in the wall or some shit, Shawshank shit. Gets out, rigs up car bombs, and then goes right back in. The ending is something that I don't like because the whole film is all about Nick fucking up as a lawyer. He never atones for his sins. He never really apologizes like a heartfelt apology. Clyde returns to his cell and is surprised to find Nick waiting for him. Clyde suggests another deal, but Nick, having finally come to understand him, says he no longer makes deals with murderers. Nick tries to reason with Clyde, but Clyde activates a suitcase bomb, causing Nick to leave while locking Clyde's cell behind him. Hearing the ringtone of the detonator, Clyde discovers a bomb underneath his bed and realizes too late that Nick had moved the bomb to his cell. Accepting his fate, Clyde briefly smiles and returns to his bed. He pulls out and looks at his daughter's bracelet as the bomb explodes, killing him. The epilogue shows Nick watching his daughter in a musical stage performance, an event for which he previously had difficult finding time to attend. Sorry, babe, I can't make it to my daughter's, her performance because I'm a lawyer and I'm busy and I got a lot of work. And it's like, bro, you're cheating on your wife. It's Regina Hall. Like, how can you cheat on Regina Hall, bro? And then his daughter's Denise. There's a bunch of other people in there. I'm pretty sure he was cheating on his wife with the white girl. I think it's Sarah. Because they're very flirty. And it's like, I think that's an unspoken plot point. Like they don't ever say it, but like that's my theory is that he was fucking her on the side. Um, and like so the end is kind of a bittersweet. And it's like he's not the good guy. Jamie Foxx is not the good guy at all. Never once are you like, oh, I feel bad for him. No, he fucked up, and now he's reaping what he sowed. And Gerard Butler's so fucking good. This is a great film. This is a really great film. I remember like seeing the promos and being like, okay, whatever, cool. And oh my god, was blown away with how good it was. It's like, what the fuck is this movie? Once again, thanks to Daisy Garcia for requesting this. Daisy, you rock. You had some really great requests. I would say request more, but I haven't touched my request list in so long, and I need to. I really need to. Only time I ever touch requests now are like books, music, and whenever like I stumble upon a video game that's been requested or a film that's been requested with my wife. I'm never like, I'm gonna watch this today. And that wasn't how I did it anyway. I'd go down the list. Like, okay, this is the next one. Let's watch it up. I miss those days. I miss the days where I was able to do it, but now I got kids, so I can't really watch shit. Can't really review anything or watch anything that's been requested. But I still am able to do some things. I can play my games and all that fun stuff. But you guys have a good one and abide by the law.